we've retaken Cadia. We've won! Game over! Woo! Hey, look at you. You guys are minuscule compared to us. Non-threatening. Garbage. No, I'm just kidding. Took quite a bit of work, but we got to it nonetheless. Finally, we have Cadia, and it has so many good things about it. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did actually. I was thinking about if I didn't read the Xerxia lore, but my goldfish memory became not goldfish memory there for the most convenient timing. But, oh, that's a lot of things to read. This is candy for my brain. Caesar Partox. During the 13th Black Crusade, Cadia's outer fortress world was assaulted by warbands of the Iron Warriors Traitor Legion, who began construction of a new fortress on the bones of the vanquished. Imperial defenders fought on, buying time for Uzzakar Creed to drive off the blockade fleet and effect rescue, though it is said that many Cadian warriors elected to stay and continue the fight. Good, as it should be. Imperium of Man spares no cowards. Fortress world? Yeah, I could care less about that. I mostly care about the resources. And the shipyards, of course. Key inner fortress of the Cadian system, Caesar Sona, acts as a way station for troops heading for the training fields of Prosan, and a necessary bulwark against potential uprising on the harsh inner worlds before the fall. Its garrison was drawn from the foremost regiments of the Cadian armies. Now, the Cadian Diaspora battled to scour the humble bastions clear of Abaddon's lackeys. Wait, what? Like, everything acts as a bulwark or a way station on every planet. Doesn't really even mean too much in the lore now. Prosan is Cadia's training ground, a hostile world proven time and again to test new Astra Militarum recruits to their power. How did I get that? To their limits. Prosan's rad-bleached deserts and lava flows are renowned for serving as a crucible in which the companies of the Cadian 8th were forged. Before the fall, at least 2 companies would be training there at any given time. Since Cadia's fall and the decimation of the Cadian 8th, Prosan's harsh tutelage will be more necessary than ever. Man, this must have been a really tough place to take over. Like, what was it? Cadia is supposed to be like a ground for, or the standing light in the Eye of Terror, right? And then it just fell, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh! Wow, the Imperium's ass." The turbulent continents of the Corylus supply the Imperium of a wealth of weapons-grade Promethean and other materials. Mining complexes and manufactorums cling to ravines above white-hot lava flows, providing ready-made defenses against invasion. Such natural fortifications proved vital during the 13th Black Crusade, allowing the garrison to hold out until reinforcements arrived. But sadly, it didn't really matter too much, did it? Once a military prison of notorious reputation, Saint Josemane's Hope was infiltrated by subversives who mobilized the inmates into bloody uprising. With the world wallowing in anarchy, Lord Castellan Creed ordered the St. Josemane's Hope destroyed, lest it become a staging post for the oncoming Black Fleet. Strikeforce Herald infiltrated St. Josemane's Hope and successfully overloaded the prison complex's genitorium grid, triggering the tectonic upheaval that destroyed the planet. Jeez, I wonder how many prisoners they held here then. If they were afraid it was going to be a staging ground, then it has to be a prison of the worst people with the most amount of criminals. Probably the worst place anyone would want to go to. Unless you want to visit your son, who's the #1 criminal in the world. Vigilantum. Scola Progenium. Reduces the number of turns. Imperial fleet. Of course, that's good too. Good. I do need more Imperial Navy, though. I could just recruit one more commander first. A training world utilized by BattleFleet Cadia, fatally undermined by insurrection during the early days of Abaddon's assault on the Cadian system. The main defense perimeter was overwhelmed by vessels of the Black Fleet, creating defense instabilities later exploited by Drukhari raiders drawn by the slaughter. It is said that the screams of the dying still echo amongst the ruins. And the Drukhari are the Eldari, which are aliens who are a bunch of bitches because they run away super good. They're good at running away. But, I keep thinking about the thing I said about how if there's a possibility for one ship to overwhelm a fleet just from pure tactics, but I'm starting to think it's impossible. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. But I would like to see only a fleet made out of commanders. Like, you can't put a commander in with another commander's fleet, since it wouldn't really make it a fleet anymore. A commander fleet, maybe. But only, well, nah, that's impossible. Because you can only have 3 fleets present on a system. Yeah, that sucks. Oh. Quite unfortunate. Macaria. Lord High Admiral Drang once boasted that Macaria can never be taken. A militarized hive world with fortifications as thick as any in the Cadian system, Macaria had both the men under arms and the weaponry to repel an invasion of colossal size. How big is colossal? Like 9 inches? 10 inches? A possible 12 inches? A good question. Perhaps that is why Abaddon elected for a more direct solution to Macaria's defiance, and reduced the world to rubble via orbital bombardment from his dread planet killer. Does it even have a cool name? It's just called Planet Killer. Great thinking there, Abaddon. Okay, sir. Cadia's valiant sister, Caesar Hon, spends much of its rotation separated from Cadia Prime by the system's star. This alone preserved it from joining Cadia Prime in the spreading Cicatrix Maledictum, and ensured it would become a fiercely contested stronghold in the Imperium's battle to reclaim the benighted system. It fell. A far-flung icy moon, Classius was deemed worthless both in strategic and resource value, thus escaping the worst of the 13th Black Crusade. However, it would come to play a pivotal role when Cadian refugees, cut off from the escape by the vengeful Black Fleet, sought shelter amidst its icy wastes. There was little solace to be found, but some small hope. A host of Eldari, pursuing interests of their own, spirited the frostbitten survivors to safety. Oh, see, they're not so bad after all. Their combat tactics a little frustrating, but they're actually nice people. Solar Meritus is a name associated with ill fortune. Not only did the world fall to the Black Legion during the 13th Black Crusade, reinforcements dispatched to alter the course of the battle vanished into the warp without ever coming within sight of their destination. Though it is rumored the Black Legion were responsible for the disappearances, Solar Meritus, Marietus, that makes more sense, tainted reputation endures, with few warriors of the Imperium gladly seeking battle on its shores. War battle freaks. Cadia Prime, destroyed, of course. Cadia Prime, the most vital of the all Imperium's many fortress worlds, fell at the close of the 13th Black Crusade, torn apart when bombardment disrupted Archmagos's Belisarius Call's attempt to harness the buried enigma of the ancient pylon fields. Now, Cadia is little more than an honored memory, its ruins drawn into the Cicatrix Maledictum. Yet its name remains a watchword throughout the Astra Militarum, standing for strength, honor, and the fury of the heroes. Frickin', this vernacular is too much for me to handle. Well, that's interesting. Quite a bit of lore. A lot of lore. I wouldn't say a bit. That's a little under-exaggeration. Under-exaggeration? What's the opposite of exaggeration? Under-exaggeration? Under-exaggeration. We'll go with that. But we could upgrade the shipyard, which will increase our construction points, and the more we can have for, well, construction points. And the repair as well. The repairs. Oh, I should have got this done, the Mechanicus Enclaves. I think that's the upgrade for this. Nah, we don't really need that yet. Definitely we'll get around to it later. But I think I'll do one more system and then we'll call it there. And I think the one we're gonna go for is definitely the Freemas system. It will be destroyed. Yes. Oh, there's only so much I can have here. That's unfortunate. Hey, but we got the strongest fleets together. So I think that's good. Oh my gosh, this will be the strongest one we've had yet. But no need to fear. I am here. Damn it. No, I guess we'll get him later. But it's always good to have more leaders in a battle. More things to use. These guys look weird. One of them is bald. He must be strong. Okay, we're growing in size. It's looking a little nicer now. Probably should make the fleet arrangement a little better too. Definitely don't want to look a little disorganized. Otherwise, how would we make our enemies fear us? Hey, it's like one of those nutcracker things. Or it's like one of those Christmas things where it just gets getting smaller every time you pull it out.
Heading acknowledged.
Boop. 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 Oh my gosh, in detail. Man, that's my greatest commentary ever. Just pointing out the obvious all the time, but come on, you can't deny the visuals on this. This is way beyond its time for 2019.
Your orders?
But other than that, let's get to... Ooh, we have 3. We can use... Heck yeah. Oh yeah, because we use the Adeptus Astartes fighters. Yeah.
Maximum burn.
And it doesn't matter if we're identified. They know we're here. They know we've come to take their bones.
Cruising speed set.
Oh man, that's gonna be a little unfortunate. The bombers will intersect. Yeah, the bombers are gonna intersect with the fighters. Oh man, that's a waste. That's sad.
Reserve.
1 gauge of the bombers have been eliminated.
Engaging target. Aye, Admiral.
We should be still fine nonetheless, despite our setbacks.
At your command.
As long as we can get a flanker maneuver, possibly draw away some of the ships to this direction, so Spire could
We wait your command.
kill the rest of these platforms.
Cruising speed set. Your orders? Starhawks
Then
loaded
let's
and
see.
set.
Bombs over here.
Ship ready. Changing course.
Might as well change this all to reload, and I'll set
Target
Spire
locked in.
on the brace for impact.
Ship ready.
Yes, feel the might of the
Reloading.
Imperium.
Where shall we strike? Coordinates acknowledged.
Whoop.
Enemy sighted.
What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Underway.
For I am mighty.
Cruising speed set.
Maybe that wasn't
Understood.
worthwhile. Maybe I can.
Sighted.
Yeah, maybe let's teleport out for a sec. Hold on.
We stand ready. Aye, Admiral. Enemy sighted. Aye, Admiral.
Can you teleport faster, please? Did you even teleport? You didn't even micro jump, did you?
Course engaged.
Oh my gosh, it's because he's broken. Oh, they boarded him. We can't micro jump if people board.
Show us the enemy.
Maybe this was not a fight we were supposed to take. Maybe my strategy was a little subpar than when where it should be.
Your orders?
And we've lost the Adeptus Astartes commander.
Enemy sighted.
Magnificent.
Coordinates acknowledged.
What? Look at this.
Underway.
They're actually good now. What? When did they get so good?
Setting course. Give us purpose.
Oh, that's why I was grabbing the other guy.
Course engaged.
No, oh, I can't even. Bunch
All
of
ahead
jerks.
full.
Oh, I clicked the wrong.
Acknowledged.
Ah, this is not good.
Changing course. Understood.
How am I doing? It's dodging everything.
Heading acknowledged. We wait your
Yeah, this
command.
was not a fight we were supposed to take. You're the new guy, right? Sorry,
Course
you got here when the battle was already lost.
Imperial ship destroyed. Changing course.
Come on. Haha!
Ship ready.
Take that.
Plotting retreat.
And you can switch this out as well. If you can, at least.
Enemy sighted.
Come on. Come on, I know you're dying. Yes.
Battlefield.
Damn it, a drawback. Damn it. Look at him, he thinks he's good. He probably has hacks. The enemy commander probably has all the gods on his side. That's probably the chosen fleet. Reduce bravery, that should be fine. Gather field damage. Can't disengage at the next turn. To loss of troops. That should be okay. You know, it's a minor setback. We all have that. It's quite alright. Quite alright. Might as well replenish our troops while we're at it. Oh, Gothic. Maybe we do need some long-range ships, or maybe we actually do need to stay in the gas clouds this time, instead of having to charge out all the time. I guess that will be all for today. The recapture of Cadia's system is a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a block in the road, but it should be cleared once we do manage to take it back, which is quite obvious. But yeah, it's quite unfortunate having to lose 2 commanders before the 10th turn, and we're already nearing the halfway point to urgency 2. That's great. It's lovely. 800 years just to lose again. Well, on the verge of losing, but I believe we can take this over if we replenish for a few turns and maybe actually use some not exploity strategies, but actual strategies instead of having to charge in, because, you know, charging in is always more fun than hiding in the shadows and shooting like a prick. But anyways, if you guys liked the video, like, share, subscribe, and do all that funky stuff and more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao! Infected by the plague, and I know it's pretty vague, but I saw it from my dreams. I think it's called a cactar.
Raptor?
Cactar.
Guitar?
Cactar.
It's a freaking cactor.
Oh, guess we gotta finish this rhyme or we're actually gonna die, so we send it to this time to save us from our crimes and to tell us to like, share, and subscribe. That's all. Goodbye.